Welcome to the animated recap. In this video, we recap the first movie of the series named Rio that was released in 2011. We initially see some birds residing in a huge woodland. They were happy with how things were going. They were soaring around, singing and dancing. An airliner comes in the interim. As they sung, they startled them. The lovely birds are captured and brought across country in cages. A brand new vehicle is being used to deliver the cages. A crate erupts from the automobile when it collides with objects and tilts. The box remained where it was, unnoticed by the car. As soon as a girl approaches, she opens it. Inside was a sweet blue parrot. The girl takes it with her home. She was ecstatic. She hasn't played with it or interacted with it in this way in 15 years. It denotes a 15-year period of cohabitation. The young girl and the parrot are now both grown-ups. They were very good friends. She was a shy girl who used to spend a lot of time in the library. Additionally, people come here in droves to borrow books from her. Now, the blue parrot is what the buyer comes for instead of the books. She learns that he had to travel quite a distance to meet this parrot because it was the last of its kind. The client has a female parrot, while this girl has a male. The buyer asks the girl to generate more parrots while she is breeding them. They will become extinct if they pass away. Yes, that's a terrific idea. What should I do about it? The girl responds. The girl asks him to leave the library and adds, "Sorry, I'm unable to accompany you. You must come to my nation. I am pushed for time." Linda was the name of this girl. She trains the blue parrot to fly because it has to, but issues inevitably arise. What ought I to do next with Blue? Linda thinks. She then asks herself, why not just heed the man's advice and travel to the country? You don't know how to fly or what you gave up doing. When Linda and Blue arrive in the outlying area, the man runs a veterinary clinic. There were numerous other birds. Blue gladly accepts them. The veterinarian employed someone. He describes it to Linda and Blue, saying a female parrot attacked my face. It gets into battles with everyone because it is so aggressive. When Blue hears it, he shows signs of concern, but the doctor reassures him that the parrot is a good one. Look, I live in a public place, and they will talk to each other because they leave Blue with the female parrot and say, let's meet with it. They were conversing when a boy came and grabbed them. The female parrot asks Blue, you were living with a human at her house being trapped in a cage. They weren't being honest, they were bickering. He offers them for sale to others. They smuggled the birds because they were smugglers. The female parrot begs Blue to act as though she has died before biting his fingers as he attempts to take her out of the cage. Blue, however, does not employ this tactic. When a strange white parrot emerges and abducts the female parrot, the smugglers are once more put in prison. They chained their feet this time as well. They only recently given me a small chunk of money, and the little kid thinks the smugglers are greedy and simply want to sell the parrots, and he feels bad when he hears them say to him, now leave, we don't need you. He is aware that his treatment of the birds is improper. To treat the birds in this manner is inhumane. He believes I want to release them. There is a window there, and Blue and the female parrot, whose feet were shackled so they couldn't fly properly, run to it. Blue is unable to fly as well. Blue didn't reside in a public area. When the female parrot realizes this, she becomes enraged. They flee because of what it is currently capable of. They sprint toward a forest. The female parrot takes a nap on a high ledge after soaring. While they slept there, Linda and the doctor, who were worried, put up posters of those missing parrots. They were so worn out from handing out the flyers that they slept outside. Blue says to the female parrot, I'm worried since I have never been here, and she replies, you are so scared, have bravery. They notice the boy as they awaken in the morning. The toddler invites them to follow him after showing them a bird feather. The smuggler's man locks two chickens in the cage and paints them blue when he discovers the parrots have escaped. The moment the adult smuggler spots their painted chickens, he instantly identifies them. In a fit of rage, he yells to his soldiers, I need those parrots today, and tells me to carry them. The parrots were concerned that their feet would break the chain on the opposite side, where they are depicted soaring into a bush. Even when they flew and threw stones at them, the chains remained intact. They discover a blackbird's young in the meantime, begin playing with them, and get joyful. As soon as the blackbird observes the parrots engaging with its young, it gets happy. It consents to sever the chain. It implies that it was prepared to assist them. In the forest, the frightening white parrot also makes an appearance and instructs the young monkeys on where to look for the parrots. The monkeys opt to ignore it even if it frightens them. Despite their nervousness, the birds were forced into submission by being shown there among the blue parrots. Blue was intended to learn how to fly from it, but when they tried it, Blue was unable to do it, and they crashed into a paraglider. Blue is thrilled to be taking his first flight in the clouds. Shortly after developing a hole while having fun, the paraglider plummeted. Alongside Linda and the doctor, one can observe the young child who is exploring the city in search of parrots. He pulls out a bike due to the severe traffic, and they use it to search for them. Rio was the name of the city. The blackbird and the blue parrots traveled to the city together. More birds can be found here. When they do, they are delighted to see them. They afterwards relocated to a fair. All of these birds were humming and swaying. Even though it's a bird's carnival, the monkeys will soon arrive. All the birds dispute with them and urge the blue parrots to leave because the frightening white parrot sent them. They were acquainted with the blackbirds, the blue parrots, and other of their companions. They are all seated on the bus roof. The tiny child had gone to the smugglers' hideout with Linda and the doctor. When they arrive, they discover that the smugglers had also brought in additional birds. To break the chain of parrots, all of the blue parrots congregate where the bulldog once stood. It uses a blade to try and cut through its chain. After becoming upset, the blue parrots leave the area. The dog prevents them from falling just as they were about to. When the birds are liberated from the chain, they all take off. Even the female blue parrot has wings. Blue remained put since it was unable to fly. The birds all seemed to be there to help the female parrot. Blue is angry that he is left alone, so he moves on. I follow the female parrot as she motions for me to leave because she is my true friend and says, "Go away, I don't need you." The terrifying white parrot is able to keep it, though. The other birds notice this and fly over to Blue to let him know. Blue then asks the bulldog for assistance. It sits on its head and goes forward. They continue to walk till they reach the fair, where Linda is already there. There, she was dancing in Blue's clothes, so that she might look for Blue. Blue does not answer her calls or texts. It must now protect the female parrot. It travels in the same vehicle that will be used to transfer the other birds illegally. At the time, they were outrunning them. The terrifying white parrot was keeping an eye on the numerous other birds nearby to prevent them from scurrying away. The traffickers had stopped their automobiles at the airport, and now it was time to take the cages onto the plane. Smuggling was extremely prevalent during the time. With her knowledge and the doctor, Linda arrives on the scene. The vehicle was taken from the event. When they arrive, they are on time. Blue is housed in the same cage as the threatening parrot. The flight was about to depart. Driving the car quickly is Linda's attempt to strike the jet, but it is unsuccessful. Blue sees a cylinder and gets an idea. It throws it after tying it up with its cage. As a result, the cage's door swings open, allowing it to escape and open the other cages. Now that they were all free, the birds were all happy. Blue unlocks the door leading out of the plane. Thankfully, Blue and the female parrot remain there as the other birds fly away. The white parrot appears, turns around, and then stops. The female parrot sees them and stops them. Blue must be made available. It falls far away due to the white threatening parrot's propulsion. Its feather dangled from the cage. Blue senses the cylinder's impending explosion. It secures the white parrot's foot to the container. Outside of the aircraft, it explodes and crashes. The white parrot tumbles outside as well. Fortunately, the cylinder strikes the engine, sparing the plane from total destruction. These blue parrots also disembark from the aircraft. This time, Blu saves the female parrot by enclosing her in its feathers. Blu is now an expert at flying. Linda welcomed them and assisted them in cheerfully flying away. They depart in search of the woods. The first movie of the Rio series ends here. We hope you people would have liked this video. For more interesting animated movies, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.